everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have one of my favorite people on the line with us today, Jackie Friedman. She is the president of Nection. Many of you guys know that I am also a Nection travel advisor. And TIS really had the opportunity to come to market because of Jackie, because she believed so much in the product and our offerings, and she really encouraged me and participated in providing input to the development of this product. And actually one key piece of guidance that we bring to everybody, which is the seller of travel guidance, and using your credentials properly, whether you're hosted or you're not hosted. So welcome, Jackie. Thank you so much for being here today.
It is my absolute pleasure. It's been fun watching you and your company grow.
Well, I just love my partnership so much because our combined strengths, increase benefits that I bring to my members. So tell me, what do you view as the top 3 value adds that Nexion can provide to TIS members who maybe aren't familiar with Nexion and what you guys offer?
No, I think that's great, because when it comes down to it, Sheila, we both want the same thing, and that is we want the advisors that work in our industry to be as successful as possible. So the first synergy that I see is just overall business development and education. I know that you offer some phenomenal training events, coaching, mentoring that are very aligned with what we offer. And in fact, we've been lucky enough to have you do some sessions, both virtually and live, for our membership. So providing that training that advisors need to take their business to the next level is the first one. The second one is customer acquisition. I think both of us provide tools and opportunities, both in terms of acquiring new customers and in nurturing relationships with existing customers. Because to me, both of those are part of customer acquisition. You don't want to be on a treadmill going backwards just by getting new customers. You have to put the time and focus in retaining your existing customers. So we both have programs that will help advisors stay front and center with their existing customers, different creative ways of staying in touch, of contacting them, providing supplier-driven marketing, as well as just different types of communications. And then the third area is, technology and integration into workflow. I think that it's very important. I always tell advisors that they have to find the right balance of working on your business and working in your business. Working in your business is doing those things every day to stay on top of what you need to do, of staying organized, of having systems and processes in place. And I think Travel Industry Solutions has complemented our tools so well in those areas. So if I had to pick 3, just overall business development, customer acquisition and retention, and workflow.
Well, one of the things too that I really love about Nexion is the opportunity to do a lot of the targeted training that you guys have. So you have the Luxury Summit for the newer advisors. We have the boot camp. Tell us a little bit about how the training and the support works within Nexion, because, well, a lot of agencies have different facets of training I find that the training that Nection is offering, the in-person training, is a little bit unique, particularly in some of the niches.
Yeah, so we really have training that falls into several categories. We have, first and foremost, our international conference, Nection. That's offered once a year, and it's coming up next month. That's where we have advisors come together from both Canada and the United States for a variety of training programs, networking. Of course, we have a lot of fun. And it's really a great way to re-energize, get in front of a lot of suppliers. We'll have well over 110 suppliers at Nection this year. And it's just the ultimate way to create that community. Then we have our essential training events. Agent Essentials is the first one there. It's a 4.5-day training program for folks new to the industry. Half of them are virtual and half of them are live. So advisors have a choice whether they want to come to Irving, Texas and do it in more of a live classroom format, or we have a class going on right now as we speak, doing it on Zoom. So advisors have their choice in terms of how they want to do that. Great hands-on experience for folks new to the industry. 2 times a year, and next year 3 times, we do boot camp. And boot camp is a 3-day event, typically a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is for a variety of experience levels. We find some are very new to the industry and others have 30+ years. Anyone that needs to just make sure that they're re-energized, make sure that they have that opportunity to connect with suppliers, make sure that they have an opportunity to stay on top of everything that we have to offer, boot camp is a great solution. Then we have our specialty training events, and that's where we really target specific groups of advisors. So Sheila mentioned our luxury sales summit. That'll be November this year. That event is for advisors who are currently selling luxury travel. We've created a great community there. They come together with luxury suppliers, with various hoteliers and destination management companies. We're in a different destination every year. We're in Savannah this year in November. And that's targeted at about 55 advisors attending that. So these are typically intended to be smaller groups where they can get some really quality time with each other as well as with our supplier partners. In October, we're doing a similar type of event, but that one's focused on group sales. So advisors that want to build their group business, we will be in Cancun, and a great opportunity to just learn all elements of selling groups, from sourcing them to filling them to managing them. They will also have an opportunity to do some site inspections at some local hotels with an emphasis on programs and services that those properties have for any groups that they may be bringing down there. We also, this year, introduced a series of what we call immersive journeys. So we took certain training themes and combined them with destination or product traditional fam trips. We did a marketing immersive journey on AMA Waterways in April. We did a storytelling immersive journey on Avalon just last month. We did a business development immersive journey on Princess earlier this year, and we have a leap into luxury. So for introduction to luxury selling going on right now in Alaska on Holland America Line. We also did a corporate immersive journey to London last month as well. So we will continue to do those. They are beyond fam trips, not only, but you do experience the destination or product with a focus on growing business and on a business development skill. Annually, we also do what we call corporate connections, which is great for advisors that may want to build their corporate business. That's an area that Nection is very strong in with all of our air contracts. So anyone that does have some corporate business or is a GDS user, Nexion's a great opportunity to earn money selling airline tickets. So we have some focus there. So I'm sure I've missed a couple, but those
there's so many, but I've been following all of the advisors who have been on the immersive journeys, and I'm like, God, I've got to get on one. They look amazing. I know Rita did the marketing one. The images were amazing that came out of there. And the fact that AMA Waterways is now using some of those images, and Nection Corporate is using some of those images, and I'm seeing what the advisors are really getting out of it. And the other thing too, that many people probably don't realize, and it's a little bit unusual from what I have seen just in my relationship building through TIS and working with some other organizations, is Nection really does serve all types of advisors. I mean, there is a huge cohort of corporate agents that are within the Nection space. The fact that we have tools that aren't readily available to everyone else makes it also very attractive. So, and I'm kind of, tooting the horn a little bit, but it's not hard to, because it is really unique. And I have spoken with many of the luxury suppliers who have participated in the summits, because I'm one of your luxury agents, and they thoroughly enjoy participating in it because it really allows them to spend so much time with advisors, not only just talking about their product, but about how they're going to grow their business. Also, for those of you on the call who may not be aware, the group space is huge, and Nection actually has probably the king of groups and YouTube as a member. If you guys aren't familiar with Danny at Car Travel, he was a pioneer in the industry for cruise group space and utilizing YouTube. And so the nice thing is we get to share best practices with our advisors at Connection, in addition to seeing Robbie's amazing suits. I mean, anyone on the call knows, who's with Nection knows, Robbie is, the star of the show, let's face it, with his suits. But we do get to meet and mingle with a lot of different types of advisors. I've learned a lot about the different segments. And so like in TIS, we don't operate in a vacuum. We have a board. And so not all decisions come from me or ideas. And I kind of equate Nection to that, which, sorry, I know you were going to respond to me, brings me to the fact that you guys have advisory boards that are made up of travel advisors of all levels of experience. Correct. And niches.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. The word that comes to mind, Sheila, is community. And the community is made up of all different advisors. We bring a lot of new folks into the industry, but it's very interesting when we look at some of these folks that come in through our Travel Leaders of Tomorrow program, which, if you're not familiar with it, has phenomenal virtual campus and independent learner options to bring new folks in. But what we're finding is a lot of these new folks coming into the business bring some amazing soft skills. They're business people. They have social media. They have marketing. They're articulate. They're very focused. And the cool thing is they have as much to teach some of the folks that have been in the industry for years about some of these business skills as the established advisors who may not know some of the latest and greatest marketing skills. So just that sense of community made up of advisors of different skill sets, of different areas of specialty. The thing that never ceases to amaze me and actually motivates me is the fact that advisors within our community do not view each other as competitors. They're looking for opportunities to collaborate, to share, and going into our annual conference every year, I always challenge people to at least meet 10 new people that they didn't know before, and really expand their network. And pretty well everyone takes me up on that. They, it's just an opportunity, because so many advisors work on their own, at home, alone, and they need to have this community that they tap into throughout the year on virtual platforms as well. We have our Nection Town platform, which enables folks to collaborate, to share, to get together with other advisors in similar niches or geographic regions. We also have local networks where they can do that as well. So we harness the power of community, just like you do at Travel Industry Solutions. You've created a community as well. And it's one of the things that I love most about our industry.
Well, I love Nexion for that as well. I obviously refer business to other advisors when I have overflow, and I've referred business to many within Nexion. And what I think is pretty cool too is you'll find a Nexion advisor who has a particular skill set, and they will actually do personal bookings for another advisor for like their own personal trip, or they'll split something up because they each have a skill set. And that to me is pretty unique, at least from what I have seen. And I think that really fosters that sense of community within Nexion, truly.
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
So, all right, we've covered so many things that Nexion provides, and we know that there are people in our industry that have many challenges, and they're in need of lots of solutions. So, if you could boil down this for me, what are the 3 main problems that Nexion has solved for its community, or the community at large, over the last couple of years? Because it's been like crazy challenging, which
Yeah, I mean, obviously, being that liaison with suppliers, throughout the pandemic, frontline travel advisors were very often caught in the middle. You had frustrated clients that were chasing down refunds, chasing down just resolution, booking, rebooking, not getting paid, giving back money. And at the same time, suppliers had obviously cash flow issues, had workforce issues. So we were always doing our best to try and escalate where we could, to have those conversations with suppliers, to try and work through some of those resolutions, where we could. We just asked that, and I suggest this to everybody in terms of effectively stating what you're looking for and how we can help. But when that happened, we were quite successful in terms of doing that. The second thing that was just critical, not only now, but always, is just regular and recurring communication. Throughout the pandemic, after the pandemic, we have multiple ways that we reach advisors. We have monthly town halls. We did some fun things on Zoom when folks weren't working, in terms of we had a virtual conference and a virtual dance party and a scavenger hunt. We had what we call chime-in chats, just allowing folks to get together, sharing ideas, sharing best practices, lifting each other up. We pivoted, if I hear that word again, but I think we used it a lot the past couple of years, but kind of did blends of virtual and live events. We got back to live events really, really quickly, but communication was really, really key. making sure that we provided information, making sure we provided access to tools like Sherpa, where advisors could stay on top of some of the health and safety protocols. So communication was really, really key.
And I lived by Sherpa. I lived by it. I have it bookmarked.
Yeah.
It was a lifesaver for me.
Yeah. The other thing during the past couple of years, Internova Travel Group, which is our parent company, we had a task force that I actually headed up with representatives from all of the various business units under Internova, specifically targeted to how we can help advisors in our network recover after the pandemic. So we shifted marketing. Initially, we were very, very soft in terms of the marketing and communication that we made available for advisors to send to their customers. We weren't selling anything. We were just getting people dreaming and remembering travel. And we adjusted and shifted after surveying advisors to make sure that we were being as sensitive as possible to the marketplace, but providing resources for advisors who had some customers that were ready to start thinking about travel. So it's definitely a challenge when you have advisors across North America, or different regions of the country. We're definitely in different stages of readiness, especially as we came out of the pandemic. So, I think those are some of the key things that we did, but communication front and center. We several times just had our teams calling out to advisors just to check up on them, see how they were doing. And, I'm still hearing back from advisors today talking about how much that meant to them. So, we had to get through it together.
I also think too, Jackie, what's really important for the Nexion community is your involvement, your heavy involvement in other organizations like ASTA and PATH. That's really critical in my view from a change-making standpoint and a communication standpoint. So you're hearing firsthand, because I know that you are, intimately connected and involved with the advisors in Nexion, and you're accessible. But having your voice and your wisdom and experience to be a change maker within other organizations who can then almost have a domino effect or a trickle down effect of moving things forward, I think is really important.
No, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Couple of things people may not realize. We'll start with PATH, which is the Professional Association of Travel Hosts. So just like I talked about advisors collaborating, even though they were technically competitors, we do the same thing at the host agency level, where we have an association with executives from most of the major host agency and franchise companies. We do a symposium every year. We have almost 100 folks coming to our symposium early next week in San Francisco, including about 36 host agency representatives, the rest coming from supplier executives. The purpose of that symposium is for us all to get together to discuss how we can support independent contractors hosted by the various host agencies. A lot of suppliers coming to this meeting say it's the best one they attend all year, because no one's talking about their brand. We're talking about moving the industry forward. So that is something that I have been involved with since the beginning. I believe this is symposium number 11, if I'm not mistaken. Also, as far as ASTA is concerned, I just did get re-elected for my final term on the board of directors, which was great to see. I am the vice chair. But one of the things that we have seen over my term, and it's not just me, we have a number of host agency executives that have served on the ASTA board as well, elevating that independent contractor membership category. At one point, when I was first on the board, it didn't exist. And we had to constantly, talk about the importance of that segment of the market being the fastest growing segment of the market. And I will say, in terms of overall membership, it is now representing the largest segment of ASTA membership. And so I think, I don't want to leave the opportunity to talk to anyone who might be listening to this who is not a member of ASTA. It is critical that we all support our trade association in whatever way we can. And that independent contractor membership category makes it very affordable for you to do so. Nexion's made it that much easier, where anyone who just wants to pay a small monthly fee, I believe it's now about $19 a month, we can deduct that from your commissions each month and pay ASTA on your behalf. So it takes all of us to support these associations and to collaborate together.
Yeah, and we've been working with ASTA too on finalizing a relationship with them and supporting them and growing, their tools and their membership. So I know the team is a little bit bogged down right now with getting ready for conference, but I'm excited to have them return so we can finalize everything that we've talked about with ASTA. And, we definitely believe in ASTA. From TIS. And of course, I do too. I've been an ASTA member since I started my agency. I think it's a very important component for us. And I know that we're running out of time. I know your schedule is so crazy packed. Whenever I talk to Lori, she's like, nope, she can't do it then. Nope, yep, she can do it here. And, you have been jet setting around the world with some of these immersive journeys. So before we close this out, I want to get to know you, or have everybody else get to know you better on a personal level. So okay. I'd like to play the this or that game. So here's how it works. I'm going to give you 2 words and you choose the one that applies to you. Okay, you ready? All right.
I'm very nervous, but let's go.
Okay, airplane or ship?
Ship.
Straight or curvy lines?
Curvy.
Okay. Bright or dim lighting?
Bright.
All right, 2 more. Eclectic or traditional?
Eclectic.
Okay, and the last one, which is really, really important, and I bet you I know the answer to it. It's wine or beer?
Wine.
I knew it. Well, we are friends on Facebook, so it's kind of cheating a little bit. I just wanted to thank you so much for being here today, and I'll let you leave us with any last words for the folks who are on live with us. We have recorded this, and we're going to place it on our YouTube channel, and of course it'll be on our Facebook page as well.
I just want to thank everyone who stuck with this industry. The last couple of years have been tough. I will tell you that, throughout the pandemic, we talked about the golden age of travel. We talked about pent-up demand. And I can tell you, with everything that I'm seeing on my travels, as well as the recovery of advisors' business, those were not just empty words. It is happening. People do want to travel. You guys, so many of you are busier than ever. And I just want to thank you for hanging in there, and wish everyone the best of luck as we continue on this golden age of getting people traveling again.
Thanks, Jackie. Thank you so much for being here today. Just a few words to everybody. Don't forget on August 30th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have Debbie with TA Toolkit on with us. But thanks again, Jackie. Have a great rest of your week. And I will actually see you next month in California.
Looking forward to it, Sheila. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.